Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
With a knockaway.
Good defense.
Morant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with two big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I see people who look like me and were born probably in the same decade as me, watching all of these young people jump into the transfer portal and saying, it's ridiculous. You got to stop thinking about this like it's a normal college experience. It is not. You know what the priority is? Maximize your earning potential for every year of eligibility you have left. That's what this is about now. These are jobs.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick six on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Shinedown, Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
All you American wrestling fans out there, watching this international road to WrestleMania should be a wake-up call. Turn up at these shows. Stop being so spoiled, because Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes,
I love it.
Cody Rhodes.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah.
I'm wabbing my finger because you're telling those people that they need to do better.
Yeah.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage, total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Tuesday, April 29th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Tony Allen will be here for Tuesdays with Tony, brought to you by ESCO. NBA playoffs were very interesting last night. We had one series end with a colossal blowout that outdid the Grizzlies' loss to the Thunder. And then we had a epic Game 4 between the Warriors and the Houston Rockets. We'll get to all that. 4 games that are going on tonight. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. As I mentioned, TA is here in studio. It's a Tuesday. It's nice out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to. There's been a bunch of stuff that has gone on since we last spoke, not the least of which were a couple of NBA games that went on last night of interest, and there is a big slate that is going on tonight. Before I get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, in your sack. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Decorp, John Lancey's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
What up?
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir Hiss. He's Walker93.
I just want to pour a big 40 out today for another Memphis establishment gone too soon. We had Windjammer. We had Census. We had 152. We've had so many Memphis establishments.
Jerry Lee's
is gone. But I found out yesterday one of my favorite places is now going to be gone, Verno. The Oak Court Mall is going to be no more. Rest in peace to the Oak Court Mall.
You need to go over there one more time and try to open the door.
One more time, bro. I'm going to do some push-ups.
One more time.
Open the door. They're closing the Oak Court Mall. I used to go there all the time, and people watch, amazing people watch establishment. If you want some shoes, perfect place to get shoes, but they're closing my spot, bro.
You want a bootleg jersey?
Bootleg jersey. You want a bootleg Tony Allen jersey? You can get one for the low. You can get 2 for $25. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Oak Court Mall, man.
That's how they was jamming.
Once they lost their Chick-fil-A, I knew it was downhill. Nobody loses a Chick-fil-A.
Hey, the food court is immaculate. You look.
No,
teriyaki chicken? You want some teriyaki chicken?
Bro, that ice cream place in there is fire. Like the
rolled
ice cream or whatever.
Yeah.
And the rolled ice cream.
Shout out to the teriyaki chicken lady, bro.
And they don't have they still have the Sbarro. Do they still have the Sbarro?
I'm sure they do.
No, Sbarro been gone, bro.
Oh,
That's a
been
wing
gone?
spot now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tony Allen's here. He is the grind father himself. It is always brought to you by ESCO. Make sure the next time you are downtown around FedEx Forum that you are darting across the street and eating at ESCO. Get that shrimp and grits and all the other great stuff they've got on their menu. All right. Let's get to this first. This weekend, I had gotten a text for the first time in a long time from our old buddy Randy, who was your guy at Oklahoma State.
That is my guy.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think my...
Sinuses, bro?
No, not my sinus, but my mustache. It took up my nose.
I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I just started crying. Right before he was about to come to me,
Are you
bro.
good, bro?
Yeah, I think I'm all right, bro. I think I'm all right, man. That was
You need tissue?
I might, but that was weird.
Hold on, I got you, bro.
Get some paper towels right here.
So I got a text from our old buddy Randy, who is your guy back from Oklahoma State a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "Hey, do you?" He's like, "They're doing a big thing down in Stillwater. Tony's going to be coming on. They're going to be honoring him. Do you care if we use the All Heart Grit Grind logo?" I was like, absolutely not. No, go ahead. And I saw it was on koozies and on some other stuff down there while you were down there. But what was going on there? I did not press him about what you were coming down there for. He just said they were going to be doing a thing. They were going to be honoring you. And there was going to be a big to-do down in at Oklahoma State, which you hadn't been there in a couple of years, right?
Yeah, it's been almost 8 years.
Wow.
Oh,
So what was it? What was going on down there?
So what happened was, we got the posse. Obviously, that's a lot of the, fundraisers, alumni.
That's what they call them? The posse?
That's actually kind of dope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so
Phil Jackson got in big trouble for talking about posses years ago.
He did call LeBron his home.
little did he know, they had a posse in Oklahoma State.
Okay.
But no, it was fun. I got to see a lot of old faces.
How much different is it?
It's a lot different.
Yes.
It's a lot different. And just going back, just going down memory lane, man, and going to Gallagher Arena, just seeing all the champions of the wrestling team. They got
Daniel Cormier.
They got all the records.
I remember you telling me the story about he was like big man on campus.
The biggest. He was the biggest.
Which is crazy because he's like mega famous as a UFC commentator now and obviously as a UFC champion. But in college, the fact that a college wrestler was a big man on campus is it's just something I am just totally unfamiliar with. The idea that a college wrestler could be somebody that everybody knew who that was and was a bit walking around campus I don't know. I never thought of the wrestlers being the big time guys, right?
The Big Show went there too.
The Big Show went to Oklahoma State?
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma State.
Turn up.
Who was the Big Show?
Well,
it's the big show. The wrestler.
The wrestler?
Yeah.
It's a big bad show tonight.
Go Pokes. All right, anyway. So now you're going through and you're seeing all the memories and everything. Do they have what is hanging up for Tony Allen?
Man, I took my son through a tour before we started the actual show. Let him shoot in the auxiliary gym. And as I was going down through the locker room, I'm printed all through there, whether it's an action move, a dunk.
Really?
Or whether it's a cheer, going through the upstairs players' locker room, whether it's a 3-level locker room. They got
Oh, gosh.
They got one of them real NBA looking.
Look, shout out to NIL, baby.
And he said,
"Hey, I wonder if
they come better than this in some universities."
For real?
And I was like, "Wow."
I wonder. Hey,
no, we just had a locker room.
You have to wonder. Hey,
locker room? Locker room?
We didn't have an ice tub. They just gave us ice. They got an ice tub, cold tub. I mean, a hot tub.
Barbershop probably in that joint.
Barbershop, kitchen.
Yeah, you coming correct.
And that was
now.
big right there. Yeah, I got a chance to say my name on the wall.
You know what's funny is they put all those pictures up just because they knew Tony was coming in town. They're like, "Hey man, give us some money."
Hey, bro, no.
Hey, how much money they ask you for? Hey, they say, Trae Young's giving a lot of money to Oklahoma.
Hey, not just that, bro. They got me printed for real. I was a big deal down there.
Was it Oklahoma State stuff or Grizzly stuff?
Oklahoma State, Oklahoma State stuff.
Well, no, I mean, your team went to the Final Four, and you were an All-American and a Conference Player of the Year, the whole thing. You're one of the best players in that school's history.
Did you ever talk to him
about
a
little gear? I couldn't leave up out of there without the gear.
You got to have the freebies. How much free gear you get?
Well, they ain't have my size, but they gave me a lot of shirts. They gave my family a lot of shirts.
Wait, hold on, bro.
But no, I got some new and improved Nike Techs coming.
Okay.
Shout out Coach Lutz.
Wait, we know we talked about are they going to make the Tony Allen jersey? They're going to remix some joints?
I forgot. I say, man, that's what I was supposed to do. Asked them, could they remake my jersey?
Yeah, the 24, we need that.
I'm gonna have my NIL lawyer go down there and
I've got one. And you signed it Tony Allen 9 on the 24.
On the 24.
Yeah. Stupid
man. That is a blooper. All that turnover. Oh,
I have a Tony Allen Oklahoma State jersey, 24, and I said, dude, you got to sign this so I can hang it up. And he signed it, Tony Allen, number 9, on the 24.
that is crazy.
It's everything you need to know about TA.
The 9 is crazy.
He's like, man, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, man, my bad. I was just so used to signing 9. I'm like, it's in Sharpie.
Right. That's not coming out. I was too good.
No, we need that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I got a chance to see Coach Sutton, son, Scott Sutton.
He's there?
Yeah, he's the assistant coach with Coach Lutz.
Oh, how cool is that? Yeah. All right. So everything was cool at Oklahoma State. It was fun times.
I saw you on the microphone. What was you talking about?
On the microphone, we was just reminiscing. I had my homeboy Daniel Bobbitt.
Okay.
You know, we did a little sit-down conversation just to reminisce right before the actual event. They sold a lot of stuff at that auction.
So. That's cool. That's cool. All right, they're raising a lot of money for the posse.
Yeah.
Go Pokes, man.
Go Pokes.
Hey, some of the same boosters?
A lot of the same boosters.
You from when you were in college?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild, right? Because it's now, what? I mean, we're coming up on almost 20 years ago.
20 years.
Or it is 20 years ago.
Yep.
Right?
And they still rocking
same
strong.
people.
I'm talking about orange everything.
And you recognized several people from your past.
Yep,
that's
sure.
kind of wild.
I even got a chance to see my academic advisor, Ms. Marilyn Middlebrook.
Oh, that's cool.
Is she still there from when you was there?
She's still there.
Shout out to Oklahoma State, man.
That's 20 years later is pretty wild, right? To see so many familiar faces. It's probably felt like you were going back in time. All right, we have not spoken to Tony Allen since the sweep.
And they almost willed us to game 3, bro. Him and Zebo.
We had it rocking. I ain't gonna lie. We had it rocking. Them boys had a whole different pep to their step. But I really wanna. I wish Scotty Pippen Jr. just would have laid it up on that specific play that Ja went out. You know, but that's the type of effort we need coming back for next year. We need that type of effort. You know. Multiple efforts
we need
from everybody. You know what I mean?
We definitely need multiple efforts.
And I don't know. I've been.
I did see you guys talking to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You and Zebo were both talking to them before the game.
I got the video of y'all talking to them.
Yeah.
Like they all came up to you before the game.
Yeah. I mean, with Zebo hollered at them, but I mean, I was there for a show. You know. I was there for a show.
I did get one of your sons doing he wanted to do the dance with Jaren, the little dance he does with Ja before the game.
Yeah.
He told Jaren, he said, I want to do the little thing you and Ja do before the game. And he did it. He did it with him before
they be doing like that.
Yeah. He's like, do the little thing that you and Ja does. And I got a video of you and your son doing it with him.
Oh, that's
so
good.
that was like you could tell his son was super excited too.
Man,
he went on some SGA
so Ja Morant crazy. Hey, that video, I don't know who sent me that video with my son talking to Ja right before the game. So I asked my son, I say, what did you say to him? He said, that's between me and Ja.
It's funny because look, he shook his hand, Vernon. He shook his hand.
Yeah.
And like as Ja was trying to like get away, he like grabbed him like, no, you're not going nowhere. Like, I gotta tell you something. Like that gotta talk to him.
It's between him and Ja.
Yeah, that was between him, but he only saying that because he don't remember. he was excited, bro.
All right, so.
But no, I've been swept though, Chris. I ain't gonna lie. I know what being swept feel like, and I also heard Ja's comments. You know what I mean?
Did he have him figured out?
He had him figured out.
Let's slow down.
But I mean, he probably did. He probably felt that way.
I do not doubt that he felt that way.
But the thing is, let that fuel you going into next year. You know what I mean? Let that fuel you having the mindset of saying, you know what? I'm gonna be a little more professional. I'm gonna be a little more serious. I'm gonna tune everything out like you've been doing. Tune everything out.
Take care of my body the best way I know how.
And focus on closing out games. And just leaving out, just have fun. You know what I mean? But in a way,
because you did not see the joy in him this year.
I didn't see it.
Nobody did.
I didn't see it.
We did not see the joyful. We didn't see gritty John Morant. We didn't see.
We did not see gritty John Morant.
Look, what we got this year, and there's got to be some kind of happy medium between young boy John Morant and Rod Wave John Morant. We got Rod Wave John Morant all season.
I need
right?
NBA young boy back.
We need NBA young boy John Morant, and we got young boy John Morant back for about 5 games.
It's over,
right?
If we get him all year long, John Morant.
And did you see at the end of the season he posted
NBA
a young boy song? I was like, let's go!
You remember in 2022 and 2023, before every game, we blasted the young boys song in the arena and got them jacked up.
Yep.
Pause. But yeah, they were lit. Like, look, man.
But even on his Instagram, even his own personal, you can't blame the arena. On his own personal Instagram, Rod Wave was the soundtrack of this season.
And it was not the party of the century.
No, it was not.
It was not the party of the century.
It was always like, I want to get on a spaceship and go away. It's like, like where?
It's tough, man.
I just want to fly away. Like, okay, all right.
I feel that.
Okay,
I
buddy.
feel that, bro. I also want to fly away.
Right? So we need young boy Morant back. Look, and as much as you look forward to the offseason, this should be a very, very significant and change-filled offseason. If you take what they say at face value, they know, right? Once you start your press conference saying we're not close, then your mission over the offseason is to become close, right? Yeah. Okay, and so that becomes a summer of changing pieces. And though at the end of the year, and this is true of, whether it's the GM talking or the coach talking or the players talking or the fans talking or whatever else, right? Like there was part of me that got done as I was, ingesting everything yesterday and after we had talked about it on the air. And it's like, bro, like, okay, everybody loves Zach. Everybody loves Scotty. Everybody loves Jalen. Everybody again, you can love all these guys, right? It's not good enough. It's not good enough, right? Everybody so it's a one by one. Everybody loves everybody individually. That's what fandom is. That's what being a GM is, right? You're gonna love the guys you drafted, and you're happy that they are excelling, and the fans are gonna love them, and what it's that collective group was a massive, incredible disappointment. Okay. That's the truth of the matter. And we can like all of those guys individually, but this summer will be about changing things out. And so then you get hopeful, and it's like, all right, hopefully, look, all we want is something to hold on to, a belief, right, that things can happen. And that was what, when they search for answers, like why weren't fans all the way to the rafters in the playoff games or whatever? It's because sports is about belief. And from day one on the Chris Vernon show, we told you it wasn't good enough. So why would anybody think it's good? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. You started 2 rookies. We knew we weren't going to compete at the highest level. If you thought you were going to be able to compete at the highest level, you were fooling yourself. And then you didn't make moves because you didn't think, your answer is because is that going to help us win a championship? Is that going to get us closer to a championship? And it's like, bro, if there's anything we have learned about the playoffs, get in the mix, and you never know what can take place, right? Never in a million years would anybody have expected Minnesota to be in the Western Conference Finals last year, and they very well may be again. And never would anybody have thought the Pacers were going to be in the East Finals last year. And now they're about to go play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and, you give them a puncher's chance because they can score, right? It's like you get in the mix and you give yourself a chance to do that. And you never know how it could all play out. But we never thought that they had some kind of, we couldn't find a playoff matchup we wanted.
Right.
There was nobody to play. There was nobody we wanted to play.
There was one. There were a couple where we thought
Houston was the one we thought we could be competitive against.
We might be able to win 1 or 2 games.
So you have to create that hope. And then the aforementioned John Morant. I don't know if you saw the tweet yesterday. And it's like,
what did he tweet yesterday?
Be careful what you ask for.
Be careful. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
That could mean that's not just him though. That could mean a lot of things.
I got it, but I mean,
that's what I thought too. I was like,
that's not just him.
It's probably like song lyrics.
I got it.
I got it. But you know that when you're that big of a star and everybody follows you, you know the way that comes off.
He knows what he's doing.
How it come off to you, Chris?
He knows exactly what he's doing.
I'm trying.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
And what's that? I'm confused because I don't know these young boys.
You used to tweet like that too. Come on now.
Yeah, when I'm into it with the coach. Pain running deeper than the ocean.
It's a guy saying, "Hey, there's going to be a bunch of changes to this roster, but be careful what you wish for," kind of thing. That's the way I took it. The way I took it was, "Hey, be careful what you wish for," because what you want is for especially him, who they are making decisions based around. I would much rather his tweet say, "Brighter days ahead." You know what I mean?
You would have called him emotional for doing that too?
No, I wouldn't. Come on. What are you talking about?
He's got it figured out, bro. He's got it figured out. Like, let's stop it. He said he got it figured out.
Yeah, you got the basketball part.
Brighter days ahead is like, hey, then it's like, all right, let's go, right? He's on board, let's go. Instead, it's like, hey, be careful what you wish for. It's like, what? Yeah, it's going to get worse? It can't.
And that's the thing for this year, man. I just think this summer right now, them guys need to be taking just a week off and getting right back to it, taking care of their bodies, condition. Remember Anthony Edwards went to the Olympics? He was, well, actually,
yes.
Remember in the playoffs last year, he said, y'all, it's a different level of conditioning I got to get in.
Yep.
I think that's the mindset the Grizzlies need to have. Our big three specifically. It's a different level.
Well, and the other thing, the other thing is you see him maturing as a basketball player. Like his coach, I thought he was really good the other night. Coach Chris Finch was really good. Minnesota's coach. He was like, I compare Anthony because if you saw that last game that they won, he started off that quarter hot in the fourth quarter, and then he let the game be the game. He hit some free throws late, but he didn't even shoot another through a good portion of time. He was setting people up, and it was like, I liken him, he said, it reminds me of a home run hitter that learns the situational value of singles and doubles, that everything doesn't have to be, right, the home run. Like you can win by hitting singles and doubles. And he's figuring that out and then making his teammates better. And I was like, it's this acknowledgement from the head coach of like, hey, like this is a different guy who's learning as we go. He's getting better and better and better. And this is how the best players in the world become the best players in the world. This is how the superstars end up being superstars.
They know when to take over.
Yes, right.
He was reading that double team a lot better than he used to.
Right.
Look, like, the double team was coming. It wasn't just, I'm going to try to get
moving
my
it
shot
fast, too.
It was like, I'm going to dribble around this double team and still shoot a fadeaway. It was, let the double come to me, get it to the man in the middle, make a play.
Yeah, I think you learn that as you play more, as you play in more meaningful games. I think he's been put in that situation to where, okay, I got to figure it out on the fly.
Yep.
All the lights and that, the attention is on me. I got to figure it out on the fly. And a lot of people hated the fact that he shot so many threes. But the development in him as a player and his knowledge, and I mean, hell, even getting into the bonus, you could tell he knows when he in the bonus.
Right.
Because he attacks.
Right.
Like,
he finally gets to the rim,
He was they got 4 fouls this early in the third? Attack. But now when I'm attacking, I'm not just attacking just to get some points. I'm attacking because you know what? Y'all pulled in too far from the corner. Kick out to the three like you were saying.
Yeah.
And it's just like that growth in him, I'm loving it, but I think this specific year, I think this need to be the time where our guys, actually, feed into the knowledge of the game. You know what I mean? Because they talented.
A lot more film study.
A lot more film and just taking care of your body, being a better professional, learning how to close out games, know what's working for us. You know what I mean? I thought when we lost our coach, I thought like that ain't even no excuse for us not to even go out here and compete. Yeah. We've been together so long.
In fact, that typically galvanizes somebody if the coach was the issue.
Like, bro, we got this. We got this.
Yes.
We've been here long enough. Yeah. Come on, bro. Let's figure it out. Matter of fact, let's go back to our old 1-4 set. Hey, bang, you stay in this corner. Now we gonna work them out of this.
Yeah.
Because they gonna sag on the pick and roll. I got this floater all day. They gonna sag, roll, big fella. I throw it to you, Jaren. Roll up, bang. I'm gonna hit you in the corner.
Yeah.
And y'all just wheel y'all way to some wins.
Go with your bread and butter, what y'all know.
Go with what y'all know.
You've been playing together for 5 years. You gotta have some
Come
bread
on,
and
bro.
butter
And
stuff.
that's
what the Warriors do.
I was disappointed in that. And they do it a lot. They
Yeah.
do it a lot because they play with each other. They've been with each other.
The other thing, and this is what worried me, and this I'll just tell you, I'm just going to air out my thoughts. I watched the playoff games that were going on last night, right? Obviously, one of them is an absolute wipeout. But that second game was very important, right? That was a huge game between the Warriors and the Rockets. I have likened these Rockets to the old Grizzlies many, many times. The insane thing about this is it's still the same Draymond and Steph Curry that Tony and Zebo played against. And it's like, bro, I'm watching the same thing. And it's like, we got done and me and Jacoby recorded last night after that game. And I said, bro, I've been through this. I've been through this 1,000 times. And at some point you just come to terms with the fact that like these vet teams with this experience, there's going to be like 2 or 3 winning plays that take place, and they're going to do it. And they're going to do it every time, and you're going to sit there and go, if we just would have made our free throws, if we just would have made this play, if we just would have made this play. It's like over and over again. I watched the same thing happen, and it's like I'm watching those Rockets. I lived that game. I'm watching it play out. It's like, bro, we can't get a bucket. Right? We can't get a bucket. Jimmy Butler skies in over everybody to grab an offensive rebound like friggin' Andrew Wiggins did a couple years ago against us. And it's like, Pods has got damn near 30 points. It's like, of course, Podzinski has something. It's happened over and over again. There's a million teams that have been left in their wake that end up saying, like, dude, really? Like, and we did a good job on Curry, but Butler had 27, 6, and 5, and Podzinski had almost 30. And
Buddy
it's like,
Hield hit a big shot down the
We
stretch.
had Draymond in foul trouble for most of the game.
Had Draymond in foul trouble, but we missed.
No, hold on. Draymond Post got his ass ejected.
He should have got ejected,
for
bro.
sure. We missed every free throw.
Kicked him in the head and pulled his jersey.
That was crazy.
And tried to grab him on. He tried to sweep him on the get up. He tried to sweep him on the get up too.
But anybody else would have gotten a tech. Anybody else would have gotten a tech.
He should have gotten a tech for that. He should not have gotten
the second tech at that
the
time.
first tech he never should have gotten.
The first tech was
the
weak.
first tech he shouldn't have got.
That's true. That's true.
But hey, he should have been.
But I will say this:
It's a menace, bro.
By the way, he laid out Thompson on that. That was like Lorenzo
down.
Neal.
Yeah,
Left
it's a
shoulder hit him in
strong
the mouth,
screen.
boy.
See, this is the first tech. He should not have gotten this one.
No, this is
is not a tag. He didn't do anything.
If you want to take him off for the shoulder, but that's just a screen, bro.
Yeah.
That's for the screen.
So, anyways, look, and then you come down the end, you go, oh my God, we missed those free throws, and and Şengün missed the shot that the game-winning shot, basically, right? And if Dillon Brooks wouldn't have committed that foul on Jimmy Butler, but like that's the stuff that happens. That's winning plays versus losing plays. But anyways, one of the things I was noticing last night was these coaches. And that is one of the things that they've got to really think about. And I watch Udoka, and I watch Kerr, and I watch, you watch Tibbs, and you watch these other guys, and it's like, bro, I know they've said, like, we need to be able to have uncomfortable conversations, and we don't need guys to just be happy. We need them to be challenged, and we need to, like, do we think this coach is the one that's going to get on their ass? It's going to, like, hardcore hold guys accountable? Like, I do think that is something worth evaluating, because even the hardcore team that Tony was on, they had to be held accountable, right? You watch J.J. Redick, he's cussing out the Lakers. Chris Finch is benching guys on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
If they don't play Jalen Green was on the bench down the
J.J.
street.
Redick ain't cursing out
Bro,
the Lakers.
Jonathan Kuminga can't get off the bench.
J.J. Redick cursing out Jackson Hayes.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
He cursed in the
That's
area,
not true.
area of LeBron. He cursed at LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron James in the huddle, he cursing over there.
Don't make eye contact with
He
him.
ain't making no eye contact. He is not confrontational. Man, he ducking smoke. He just woofing.
Yeah, you did play in the league, bro.
Come on,
you seen
man.
J.J. Redick.
Come on, man. You saw how he stormed out of that timeout. LeBron James, yeah. Looked at his ass. Come on, man. You know damn well J.J. Redick ain't raised raise one voice at LeBron James.
There's videos every game of him going, Jesus, and crying.
He's saying that, but his name is LeBron James, sir. He the one that didn't get over in the rotation.
He yelling at Hachimura.
Every time LeBron fucking up, he talking about some, come on, team. We got to be better, team. Bro, LeBron did not make the rotation. Why are you ready to break the clipboard? Bro, stop it, bro.
He said, come on, team.
Come on, man.
But that's how guys are. You know what I'm saying? Look, Lionel did not get up in Zebo's face like he got up in your face.
Yes, he did.
Not in yours. Not in the same way.
No.
Not in Courtney Lee's. Not in Stop. He didn't scream at Mike Conley like he screamed at Sam Young. He did not.
Listen, Coach Hollins, if he got mad, he coming right back in the huddle. Z, you gotta get over the flex screen so we don't have to help. He telling people in there.
I understand he's telling him, and then he's looking at Sam and goes, "What the f are you doing?"
No.
Stop.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get trained there.
I didn't say he always held everybody accountable. I'm saying you are more demonstrative. It's the same way J.J. Redick is more demonstrative towards Austin Reeves or Dalton Connect.
He's yelling at Rui Hachimura.
Yes, he's yelling at Rui.
But he really thinking about LeBron.
That swing, bro. Look at that. Hey, man.
Guys, you got to defend.
3 shots that went up by LeBron. Come on,
get
team.
the better shots, y'all.
Come on, team. We got to move the ball. No, man. Come on, man.
Well, I think you could argue, if you want to stand on that, you could argue that the lack of accountability might end up having and not being able to demand your players do everything might be the reason that the Lakers are out in 5 2 years in a row. Like they lose this next game, that will be 2 years in a row that they not only lost in the first round, but they won one game.
Yeah.
Because they lost to Denver 4-1 last year in the first round. And if they turn around this year and lose to Minnesota 4-1, now I expect you're going to get,
Super LeBron.
Yeah, you're going to get Super LeBron. And the other thing is, it's not, you've been in this spot psychologically, it's not a must win. Right? One team is desperate. The other team is just for sure not desperate. You've got that breathing room.
Yeah, but if he wear them LeBron 2s tonight, I told y'all when he was back against the wall, he put on them LeBron 2s.
He put the classic jumps on, the
Zoom
generation jumps.
When he put the LeBron 2s on, hey, man, they might well forfeit.
I mean, he did play 85 minutes last game, bro. You think that had anything to do with it? Because he
Hell
looked like
yeah.
he was wearing down the fourth quarter.
Hell
Did
yeah.
he score? He didn't score in the fourth quarter, did he? I don't think he took a field goal.
he had
He had 2 field goals.
He had a couple big defensive
two
plays.
attempts.
He took 2 attempts. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could
and
tell
he
he
had
was
the
wearing. You
turnovers.
think at that age he was wearing down in the fourth quarter because they played every minute of the second half.
Of course they were.
I
worn
think
down.
it's. I don't know if he was perfect because we obviously saw the Hornets announcer go off on him because obviously the effort wasn't there. But dude, they need a big man so bad.
For sure.
Because Dalton Connect doesn't even play.
All right, here.
Not having Mark Williams.
Hey, you tell me if they were worn down. So they made 5 of their last 18 shots and got out rebounded 13-9. All right.
Yeah.
How many of those shots were to the basket? That's what I want to know.
I mean, you'd have to go chart the 5 that they made.
But I only ask that because I be seeing when I watch him, say if he not shooting real well, he'll attack the lane. He'll get in the fast break situations, layups. He'll go get tip dunks. He'll cut.
You ready for this one?
Backdoor. He'll do a lot of that, right? And then when it's time to shoot the 3, the look down 3, he ain't looking down.
The FU3?
Yeah, he ain't looking down. He trying to hit it, and he missed.
You ready for this one?
So tired, bro.
You ready for this
Go
one?
ahead.
So they're 5 of 18, and they got out rebounded 13-9. So far, they played 4 games in that series. Minnesota's up 3-1. In the fourth quarter, Minnesota has outscored the Lakers 105-69, and the Lakers have shot over 30% once.
They shot 27% in the last game in the fourth quarter. 27%.
I mean, over 30%. They're exhausted.
That's their fourth quarter chart right there.
They tied, bro.
Yeah. Austin Reeves 2 for 7. Luka 1 of 6.
They said they have the I guess the data going back to 1997. So that's almost right. I
thought Vanderbilt was gonna be the big man.
He can't shoot.
It's almost 30 years ago. Listen to this.
Can't shoot.
Hey, it's never happened. As far as anybody knows, as far as the tracking goes back, it's never happened where there was no sub in the second half. No team has ever done that. How has Tibbs never done that?
I know, right?
I bet Tibbs like, how
did J.J. Redick outdo Tibbs?
He probably mad that he didn't try.
I would have thought it happened like 10 times, and like the other nine was all Tibbs.
Right. But Bulls teams, Knicks teams. Mm-hmm. No, it's never happened.
Yeah. The same players played the whole second half.
Correct.
Dang.
It's never happened.
Well, you see it like you said. What Luka 1 for 6?
He was falling down and shit, bro.
They making Luka play both ends too.
Yeah,
oh my God, they find him. They target him.
Yeah,
they target him.
They try to pick on our boy all the time, Mike Conley, but he ain't going.
No,
you could tell like JJ Redick's like, yo, whoever's Mike guarding, and Mike is like, nah, we ain't with that.
He locked up Reeves on one of those possessions.
Stop playing with my boy.
He blocked LeBron.
Stop playing with my boy Mike Conley, man. He's been on the defensive team before.
Yeah, that's a vet. That's a real vet.
Yeah, I'm not to be targeted.
Yeah, that's a real vet.
You're not gonna do me like that.
I'm not to be targeted.
All that time he spent around TA, man, you better stop.
Taking credit for Mike Conley. He's taking
credit for Mike Conley.
He's been out of the league for 10 years. Mike Conley's still playing, man.
Yeah, bro. Mike Conley got a few sauces on him, man. First team sauce on him. He still got some first team on him. Shout out Mike Conley. Come on, man.
Their team is like, look, they are well coached, and they obviously they've got 8 they can absolutely depend on.
Yep.
Right? Between Alexander Walker, Nas, and Dante DiVincenzo, they go 8 they can go with, and they can mix and match it.
They might throw the little rookie out there, a little spot minutes for him, but like the most they run there.
Well, and by the way, Randall has been friggin' awesome.
My damn words that much.
Oh my God.
Talk about him, Vernon.
How crazy is it? Look, Jacoby brought this up last night because he's a Knicks guy.
How do you learn how to play basketball?
He's like, he goes, I'm watching that game, and Randall and DiVincenzo are getting them home. I'm watching the Knicks game, and Cat's hitting behind the backboard shots and big threes or whatever. It's like, bro, was that trade great for both teams? Like, how?
It ended up being perfectly set at the end, right? But look, I think the Knicks supposed to be down 3-1, right?
They are.
Oh,
they
could
by.
very easily be down.
They squeaked by for sure.
I truly think that's a fluke in the series.
You ready for this one? The Nuggets should be swept.
Yeah, they packed it up.
No,
yes, they should.
I ain't buying that. Only reason why I ain't buying that because
they should be swept.
No, Joker put them in too many like situations where it's like, bro, it could either go my way or no way.
It's the Russell Westbrook Jones.
The Russell Westbrook 3 and the Aaron Gordon tip.
And then game 2, Kawhi went crazy.
But even still with that 3, what does Jokic demand? A double team.
Understood.
Every game.
So that's going to be a shot for somebody to
It was such a good double by Kawhi, too.
You know
he came at the perfect time. And I mean, you forced the air ball.
And it put you in compromising situations. Man, like, come on, bro. Like, how you going to box out with all them guards at the back? Come on, bro. You guys, Zubac wasn't trying to contest.
He was at the free throw line.
You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense how they set up that play. But I think for real,
the Pistons should be up.
They should be up.
Well,
is that the Cade Cunningham talking? Is that Go Pokes talking? Or are you being disrespectful?
It's also
I totally forgot.
Yeah,
he was an Oklahoma State Cowboy.
This is what I say though. This is exactly what I just said with Houston Golden State. The vet teams end up making these big winning plays. Like the margins are so slim in these series.
That's what it is, winning plays.
It's winning plays.
Small
Josh Hart is going to make some friggin' winning play. Dude, down the stretch, listen to this. The 2 players, Brunson and Towns, okay, have scored 33 of the Knicks' 37 clutch points on 11 of 16 from the field with the score within 5 with less than 5 minutes to go. 33 of the 37 have been those two guys. Bro, you either deliver or you don't, right? And like they have. And last night, it's like, oh, Jimmy Butler gets fouled on a 3 and goes and makes all 3 free throws. And then I thought the best chance for Houston to score at the end of the game was an offensive rebound.
Yeah, Steve
and I'm like,
tip or something.
And that dude jumped over everyone and snatched that ball.
He said,
crazy.
give me that. Everybody,
he snatched
everybody
it.
was still standing flat on the ground. Jimmy was flying in there.
That is,
Snatched
give me the ball. I'm getting the ball. I'm going to get it.
It's winning.
Steve-O's right there.
That's the
next to him.
difference.
That man said, give me that rock.
Well,
bro.
Looney, that was smart. The Looney, I think that was the only time Looney played the whole game. And he just went in there to wrestle Steve-O.
They
He
had
was
him
like,
in there.
Kurt was like, I know your ass hasn't played all game. Go wrestle Steven Adams. I don't give a damn what it takes. Do not let him get the offensive rebound.
They had to get Adams out of the game earlier in the fourth, so they brought Looney in to just foul him.
Yeah.
Just do the hack Adams, just so they would take him. So that was the only other time outside of that, he was in the game.
Because even when they tried to match big, they went Trace Jackson-Davis.
Yeah.
But this what's blowing me about the Rockets. And I don't know if this is an NBA thing. Since when did Jimmy Butler allow a big to guard him? Why are they doing that?
Because we did it. Isolo's the one that did it.
Yeah, Edie guarded him in our,
He did.
our game.
Edie guarded him in the game.
And we kind of did a good, other than him foul baiting so much, he did a decent job.
The idea is,
Jimmy doesn't
no. This is the idea.
What is the idea?
The idea, go look at Steph's box score. Go look at his Steph's box score against us as well. The idea is that you are not going to allow him to be a screener, and you're not going to let him make Steph good. If he wants to, what they want is him playing isolation.
But that's never been his game.
Who, Jimmy?
Jimmy ain't never been no ISO.
No,
ISO
I'm
guy.
saying the defense.
Okay, all right.
This is what I want. I want you playing Jimmy Butler basketball.
As your feature.
Yes.
You featuring.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I'm guarding him, then this is the matchup.
Okay.
This is the matchup, right?
Well, he's been killing that matchup ever since they started that.
Right.
I'm just letting
No, he did against us too. What was his game in the play-in?
He shot
had 30-something.
He shot 35,000 free throws.
But he had 30-something, of course.
He shot.
But that's what they want. What they don't want.
He had 38 against us in the play-in.
They don't want Steph Curry.
And so it's
doing it.
And why I'm saying that is because he's gonna turn himself into playoff Jimmy.
He already has.
At a faster pace, though, if they keep putting these bigs on.
Man, let me tell you the other
By
thing.
the time you look up, he'll be in the finals.
Hey, let me tell you about the other thing. About last night that felt the same way. When I say I've lived this life, shut up, Dillon. Shut up. I was on. Why are you doing? He's got 6.
Hey,
His ass hurts.
23 after that.
His ass hurts. He's got 6 points.
His back. He's holding his back.
Holding his back. He's letting everybody else play the game. He's not involved in a big way. And then he even said after the game, and then somebody started talking to me.
Yeah, he said, I hate Dillon Brooks.
That's what he said?
Yes, somebody started talking to me. He said, what happened with you? He said, somebody started talking to me. And even at halftime, I can't remember who it was. One of the announcers at halftime said that it reminded him, maybe it was Ernie, reminded him of Grant Williams the year before.
Yeah, he said it on the break.
And he said that didn't end well for Grant Williams, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. He
like,
said,
bro, let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. But then, hold on, we saying that, but then in the same breath, we've been
that's when he woke him up right there.
But
he called him a
bitch and a bum.
A bitch and a bum, and then Dillon laughed.
He said, you're weak. This is what Jimmy said. You're weak. You're a bitch. You're a bum. You're weak.
And then after that, he scored 23 points.
Yeah.
And Dillon scored 0.
I saw that. I didn't know what they were saying.
That's what he says.
Dude,
you know, the mic catches it.
You saw
the
the second half. Jimmy came out and he was like, he started attacking the basket. He went to the line.
Man, I'm mad I went against him.
Oh my God.
I'm so mad I went against. I thought it wasn't gonna work. I say there's no way that's gonna work. And he has been he'll get it in the mid post.
Exactly what they needed.
He'll get it in the mid post. And instead of going and do the fadeaway, he'll drive to the middle, get the defense to collapse, and just kick it out to Bodendazer and Curry.
Who is a Bodendazer?
Bodendazer? Who?
Poddazer.
Poddazer?
What's his name?
Pazinski, bro?
Pazinski. He'll kick it out to Pazinski.
Bodendazer?
Pod
Call that man Chase Budinger, bro.
You know who I'm talking about, man. I forgot his name. He a rookie anyway.
Look, Jack,
He's not a rookie.
He's a second-year player.
Oh, he's second year player. Oh, man. Well, whoever the hell the curly head kid is.
Call him Jack Harlow.
Bodendozer.
Call him Jack
Man,
Harlow.
I like Bodendozer better.
Listen,
Kick it to Bodendozer.
I got a huge respect for him now.
Well,
Playing alongside Jimmy Butler, I used to, be in my feelings. I used to be like, damn, they should have never got rid of Clay. They should have never got rid of Clay. And now I'm looking like, man, they A-okay, bro.
hey, this the Pippen thing, too. The Pippen thing that we experienced here was the same thing you saw with Podzinski last night, which is,
Shoot that
bro,
ball.
in the playoffs, you can direct the shots to whoever you want to direct them to. That guy has to be able to make you pay for it.
Make him.
And it's like,
he was knocking them
bro,
down.
if he's just going to bury him, you know what I mean? If he's going to bury him. And the other thing is, you saw last night, Houston's chance was Draymond he was out of the game with all that foul trouble in the second half. And you saw his value because Şengün went bonkers after he went out.
Yeah.
And then he was able to be
put it
back in for the last
And
possession.
Draymond said, come
One
on.
stop.
And as a defender,
said-
I honor that. He got
they
the stop he
started.
needed. That's
And
why I'm here.
He
Bro,
told
why
Reggie, I told you he can't score.
Why? Well, he took a 15-foot jump hook.
that was
What the F are you
That was
shooting?
a weak-ass shot.
What is
By
that?
the way, why is your best? I know he was struggling, but your best isolation guy was on the bench.
Bro,
Yeah, that was a terrible shot.
what?
Jalen Green. I'd have had
You look at Jalen Green over there. Just
I'd have had Jalen Green. I said that
Pick
too.
and roll or something, right?
Pound.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
said that yesterday. I say why Jalen Green ain't in there for a decoy
At least.
or just to keep somebody honest.
Or somebody that could beat somebody off the dribble,
pick and roll.
possibly.
ISO
When you
or
look
something.
at this play, bro, he stuck him one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sat on the
So
spin
I
move and-
wonder. So when the second half started, the Warriors went off on like a 16-1 run to start the second half.
Oh, my God. I mean, what is the percentage chance that shot goes in? Seriously.
-3.
I wonder what the chances are that Golden State runs them out in the second half if Draymond didn't pick up that fifth foul.
I agree with you.
Because
they came out in the second half and just mangled
it was
them.
16-1,
Yeah.
and then
It
he
was on
picked
their
up that
ass.
fifth foul,
Well-
and they put post in, and then it just
Also, it took that time. Two things happened, so you'll never know which is most responsible. Obviously, Draymond being out. That double big thing is a huge problem for Golden State.
Yeah, when they
Bro,
ran-
Adams was plus 16 in a three-point game.
He was blocking shots. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God! Everybody that went to the rim, he was
Oklahoma
blocking it.
City Adams.
Bro, I'm like, whoa, what you?
Unbelievable.
Where'd that come from, bro?
Unbelievable.
Come across the lane. I'm
Yes.
like, hold on, bro.
Two-hand block at the one.
Like, what you?
No, he was awesome.
Where'd that come from, bro? Then it-
Steve-O was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
Everybody kept trying him too.
Yeah.
Quentin Post tried to cock one back.
Give me that.
Trace Jackson Davis.
Give me that.
Draymond came on the baseline one.
Give me that.
He beat Butler shit too.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
did,
Yeah.
Hey, I see. What's the name? Lil Drake finally woke up for a little bit.
Who's that?
Fred VanVleet.
Oh, boy, did he ever. He was great.
7 of them things. I was
And
like,
then he airballed the game
He
tying
hit
shot.
8 of them, 8 of 12.
Hey,
yeah.
the one thing I
finally woke
gotta
up.
say though, I gotta say this, bro. Jalen Green, I thought this would be the series where he make that jump.
I bet they move off him.
Yeah, 5 turnovers in 25 minutes.
He's going to be part of the huge package they make to
He's
get
not
over
engaged.
to get to the next level.
He got to get somewhere where he could just go play. Freelance.
Yeah.
You got to Jordan Poole him
yeah, because
somewhere.
Imo Udoka, like, bro, you gonna have to either do it this way or you gonna be over here with me.
But I'm just
And he
saying,
over there
after
with him.
38, bro, after getting 38 in the series, bro, the coach don't got that much trust in you for you to be playing at the end of the game,
Because he
bro.
screws up
that's
defensively.
It's something he not doing. It's something ain't
Defense,
adding up, bro.
defense.
You know he love defense.
Udoka gets so mad at them. Do you see him yelling at Tari Eason?
Yeah.
When he
Oh,
fouled,
he gets mad at him.
you see
Jimmy
Tar-
on the inbound.
on the
You see Tari
inbounds, that's
Eason's mom
right.
This morning?
Yeah, he tried to do
What?
it.
Tari Eason's mom this morning. Hold on.
Tari Eason's mom?
Yeah, she quote tweeted Hater Central's post.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
Because they said Tari Eason in game for 17 minutes, 3 points, no field goal. She said he not only start for the Warriors, but he'd be their second best player, averaging 30 minutes. You unathletic MFers better pick up your own moms. Tell them to bring your pizza rolls and drink downstairs. You look thirsty. You talk about hoop. I birthed a hooper. Tari Eason's mom on Twitter.
All right,
this
stop,
morning.
Mom.
Tari Eason's mom.
That's where you got to call your mom. Be like,
Like,
Mom,
Mom,
come on.
Mom,
I don't
she-
need
You're not making this better.
Especially, you don't need to defend me to Hater Central.
calm down, bro.
Hater
So you
central.
think you need to be in Charlotte somewhere, T.A.?
Yeah, I mean, you need to go somewhere where you could actually just develop as a flat out scorer.
Hey, that's what he
Like
does.
that's what you is. You a flat out scorer.
He's
You like,
still young too.
He is.
yeah, but I mean,
He's still young.
Bro, you know, they just free Jabari, bro. He
but then
played well in
again,
his
too,
minutes,
I got to
bro.
look at it is the age too. 'Cause
He's
it's like,
still young.
It's like that's all that talent. I'm thinking they could gather it fast.
He's
20
still
23
young.
years old.
They got-
23.
and how old is Ja?
Huh?
25. Yeah. So yeah.
And you know how goofy he still is because he posted on social media. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get off social
These
media
guys
for a
are
week
young.
and a half.
That's
Like,
what I gotta-
okay,
I gotta
okay,
follow.
LeBron.
And then Draymond did kind of pull his card. Used it after the
Yeah,
other
told
game.
him to go paint his
Go
nails.
paint your nails. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Rocked him.
Yeah, that's tough.
Draymond told him to go paint his nails. All right, what do you think about the Pistons? Get back to that. You think they should be winning?
I definitely think they should be winning. You got to look at them 2 leads that they gave up on. Like, come on, man.
Gave up a 21-0 run. Also gave up an 11-point
11
run. I
late
mean,
in the game.
but that's the difference I was talking about: losing basketball, winning basketball.
And it's like, okay, we could play this cute little back and forth game. It's like the Knicks, they like, okay, let's get back to our core principles.
That's it.
Yeah,
Driving you to the baseline.
They also think they're going to
Not
get
giving up middle.
Hey, that's also as you know, that's vets and experience and this belief of, hey, we've been here before.
Yeah,
we can get
let's
this
not
done.
get rattled.
Let's
We
settle
don't get
down.
rattled. You know what I mean? We're not going to, it's going to be okay, right? That's the one thing I will say this, Tony. I don't know how you felt, especially after you were sitting there in the first half of Game 3. I'm sitting there going, bro, somebody's going to be able to, like, young teams, they start looking around, like, what's going on. And after that first half was playing out the way it was, and the Grizzlies scored 40 in the first quarter, and then they backed it up with 37 in the second quarter, and Dagnall had kept taking timeouts, and nothing kept getting better, I was like,
Yeah, we
okay.
on to something.
Yeah, well, and also, wait till they face somebody that's
Keep that pressure
actually
applied.
going to
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
like
keep that
in
pressure
their
applied.
face and be
Yeah.
like, no, this ain't the night, right?
Yeah.
As soon as Ja went down, everybody just like turned it into shell shock, right?
Man,
and
he
that went the
should've
way
saw
it
it.
went. But in that first half, that's when I was thinking like, that's when you don't get to be the front runner anymore, and now you've gotten punched in the mouth. It's like recouping it is harder when you're young. Whereas, like the Knicks, they were down big, and it's like, all right, just keep
Walk
on.
down,
Like
walk
we're gonna,
down.
yeah, and we're gonna score, and then we're gonna set up our defense. You even saw it last night with the Warriors. It got dicey for them in the fourth, and then it's like, get a bucket, don't turn it over, set up our defense. Get a bucket, don't turn it over,
And you
set up
can't-
our
and you
defense.
can't get tired of that, though,
Right.
Chris. That's the thing. As a veteran team, they don't get tired of that.
No. Yeah.
We don't get tired of forcing you to the baseline, not giving up middle.
Right.
If I'm beat on the baseline, bottom side big comes, top guard drop, low guard pull over.
Yeah.
And I'm talking that's every time.
It's
every time.
Yeah.
Because they think they can win the execution
It's every
war,
time.
right? Yeah, just, hey, all right, let's just execute then. You're not going to score on us if we get to set this up. Like I said this last night to Jacoby. I said, I get to halftime last night, and they put up a graphic on the screen. That scores in the low 50s. And it said that Houston had 17 points off of turnovers. And I'm like, bro, that's a third of their points.
Which means
like, what happens when Golden
they
State stops
start
throwing
taking
them the
the
ball?
ball.
Yeah.
It's going to get ugly.
It was Fred VanVleet picking
And it
roll
did.
and play-
It's gonna
and
get-
play
You
the
saw
nigga
it.
shot.
No, in the third quarter, they came out and they did not turn the ball
didn't
over
turn
at
the
all.
ball over,
And
yep.
then they would score, and then they go set up their defense. And it's like, come on, Houston, score.
Yeah.
And it's like, unless it's offensive rebound.
And your boy was looking kind of flustered with the ball too a little bit. He was throwing the ball everywhere. K was, and you could tell that because it's his first time going through it.
Sure.
In like game 1, game 2, he was able to get to his stuff.
Yep.
Cooking on pick and roll. Like game 3, it was like
Yep.
he saw OG,
Yep.
he saw McHale,
Yep.
he saw, and he was just yeah.
Because you know what Tiff said? We going to kill the head of the snake.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
You throwing that ball everywhere, bro.
Right.
And
But
you
that's
saw
still
everybody
don't-
else. It was
We all can agree that was a foul, right?
it was a foul.
Yes.
Sure.
It
And
was
we
a
might be having a different conversation if that foul's called, but
I was just wondering.
your boy still he gotta stop throwing the ball everywhere, bro.
That's for sure.
Shout out Cade Cunningham though.
Denver and the Clippers. You think? I said I think I mean, look, we're gonna get the game 5
That one 2-2.
tonight.
Game
Yeah.
5. So, yeah.
I just
A
think
pivotal
I
game
just think the
5.
Clippers are better.
Yeah.
I do.
I think the
Think
Clippers
they're
are
the better
better.
team?
I think the Clippers are better too. Yeah, and then
they got too many adjustments they can make, right? They can do a lot of different stuff. The Nuggets don't really. I mean, and dude, how many times they are running Jokic? This is, I think, 3 straight games he's played over 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And Porter's out there with a shot up shoulder playing 42 minutes, and it's like, God,
who
stuff's gonna wear on you at some point now.
You know who a little pest over there too? I love him.
Who?
Dunn.
Oh yeah.
Ballhead Dunn.
And they're having to pull him out because he can't shoot.
Yeah, his jumper broke his arm. You're like, yo, I relate to that, huh? You seen that before?
Yeah, he's so he's so TA. I ain't gonna lie.
You just said he's so TA.
Chris Dunn.
Yeah, he's so TA.
He just be out there just doing stuff.
But I love it. He'll interrupt the offense. Jokic will think he about to get into his bag. Jokic got to
I saw a graphic the other day. I think I saved it on my phone. Let me see if I found it.
Crazy. He saved his career, bro.
Dude, this graphic I saw, it said wide open for a reason. And it said percentage of threes that are classified as wide open for the season. Okay?
Right.
Number 1 in the NBA, wide open frequency is what they call it.
Right.
How often were you wide open for the 3 that you took? 87% of Chris Dunn's threes were wide open.
Dang.
Yeah.
First team, all he with us.
Number 2.
He with us all-star.
I'm about to shock you guys too with this list. I'm about to shock you guys with this list.
Dang.
I'm gonna shock you guys with this. Number 2 is Royce O'Neal. That won't shock you that much, right?
He's a shooter.
No, because he come get it at the swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ain't.
Nikola Vucevic.
Not shocking.
Big guy, right? Wide open.
Is Giannis on the list?
Haywood Highsmith. 84.
That's from Miami. He's from Miami.
84% of his threes were wide open this year. Number 5. This is where you're going to be floored. So it was Chris Dunn, Royce O'Neal, Nikola Vucevic, Haywood Highsmith, Jaren Jackson Jr.
I was just about to say that.
Wide open trays.
I was just about to say that.
It said 81% of his threes that he took this year were wide open.
That's crazy.
Because they come.
The next is Al Horford, which doesn't surprise us because we left him wide open and he torched us.
It's like pick and pop, trail
That's what I'm saying.
threes.
I wonder how much of that.
I mean, Jared shot 37.5%, so like that's good.
I'm gonna give you the rest. Hey,
That's not bad.
I'm gonna give you the rest of the list. You ready? Jaren Jackson Jr., Al Horford, Dyson Daniels, Russell Westbrook, Davion Mitchell, Jaden McDaniels. That's the list.
And what are they 3-point percentage?
Jaren Jackson shot 38%.
Yeah, Trip shot
Right?
38%.
38%.
37.5.
And that's,
yeah.
that's his second best percentage in his career so far.
Yeah.
He shot 40% the second
Now,
year.
how much is that? Is the team saying you with us, or how much is that? Is our offense
Trail.
so potent that it's
What's
giving this
wild?
guy-
It's trail threes.
What's wild is virtually everyone else on that list is a he with us.
Yeah, he with us off for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So how did he mingle in that?
'Cause
I know.
And he was an all-star.
If you looked at what his-
He also took 384 threes.
And man, what,
That is crazy. I bet you did not take. I bet you didn't. How many did you take in your career?
Let's see, I got you.
Not many. I took about 30 a season.
All right,
30
give me
times
1 second,
14.
Tony. Let me see.
How many threes did
30
Tony
times
take in his
14.
whole career?
Let's see.
Jaren Jackson took 384 this season.
That's about how much I took.
Overview.
No way. I bet you didn't take that many.
Hold on. I want to learn how to do this. These are totals. All right, you said how many threes here
Yeah.
in your career?
How many I took?
What'd you put the number at?
He
said
said
380.
around what that number is.
What'd you say?
He says 384 is Jaren shot 384. He said it's around that. I say it's lower.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
say
what
it's,
you say?
I would say it's lower than that.
I'll say it's like 300.
I was gonna say like 230.
Yeah, you're the wrongest. You're the wrong price was right. Tony Allen took in his career 444 threes.
Wow, that is way too many.
You shot a whopping TA from long range. To his point, you were a whopping 28% from Trey Land in your career.
Oh, Tony!
28.2%, bro. I could have gave you 27%, but I gave you 28. Your best 3-point at one season, TA, you was 3 of 24 from 3.
I was hurt that season.
The most you made in a season.
That was a season. How many games I played?
Tony, tell him
You played 79 games that year.
79 games? No, that's wild. That is wild.
You were 3 of 24 for the season. Shot 12% from 3.
He said I was hurt that season.
Look at that look, bro. Look, 79 games.
Some of y'all need a sombrero hat.
You did. You played 70. It's the most games you ever played in the
Bro, you
season.
played 79 games, shot 12% from trade.
Bro, I'm not the
Hey, tell him it.
grandfather
Hey,
of He With Us.
hey, tell him.
I'm not
Hey,
first team all He With
You
Us.
were first team that year.
Tony. Yeah, you were first team all defense. Hey, tell him, Tony. That was the end of the shot clock. The ball shouldn't have been thrown to me anyway. Leave me alone.
Who did I play for that year?
You played for the Grizzlies, bro.
And I only shot 24 threes.
12-13 season, yeah. The 12-13 season.
That's first team all defense.
First team all defense year.
Yeah, my legs wasn't wide for that,
You was 3 of 24 from 3, bro. I will say the next season, you shot 47 threes and you were 11 for 47.
Big time.
Bro, why were you shooting threes, bro?
Hey, that's why we put all those hours in
bro.
the
The
gym.
crazy part about that, bro, I hired shooting coaches. I'm talking.
Tony,
I
it
done hired
worked.
some
It
of everybody.
worked. It worked. You went from that 12.5%
Yep.
to 23.4%.
Yep.
To 34.5%.
Look at the first
to
year.
35.7%.
Look at it.
Yeah, you just didn't take
Tia,
a ton.
your first year here, bro.
I'm glad you put it like that, bro. Let me take this
percentages.
goddamn off.
The percentages were
Your
good.
first season here, you played 72 games, started 31 TA. You were 4 of 23 from 3, 17%.
That's because Zebo kept saying, hey, little bro, you know, shooting all them threes, bro. You know what you paid, bro.
So they was all
then you were
early.
scared about it. Yeah.
They was all
You're
early.
scared about it. All right, can we talk about Rashad McCants?
Yeah, get your mans, bro.
yeah.
So you guys did an episode on Out the Mud, you and Zebo, with Rashad McCants. He has pissed off all of these North Carolina alums so much that they have taken to their podcast, whether it is Raymond Felton, whether it is Theo Pinson, on and on, attacking Rashad McCants. Like, nobody likes Rashad McCants.
On his neck, bro.
Like, and Rashad McCants, who was in a crown doing his appearance on yours, like, the things he said about North Carolina were so defamatory that now all of his former teammates are calling him out, and not like calling him out like just like, hey man, he's talking crazy. Like, they obviously are perturbed by this, right? Like, they're obviously upset by this, and it is just such a incredibly strange scenario. We were talking about how at the beginning of this show, we were talking about how you went to Oklahoma State this weekend, right? Like, you would still, like, if Joey Graham called you tomorrow and needed something, you would do it for him. If, you know what I mean, you were with Daniel Bobbitt over the weekend. If Ivan McFarland called you, you're answering immediately. Like, I mean, like, there's a brotherhood, and that's from a team that made it to the Final Four all those years ago. And it feels like there's this brotherhood amongst all of these North Carolina guys. And then there's Rashad McCants, who must just be the most insufferable prick ever. Honestly, like, I've got to feel that way. When you guys got done with the interview, did you have any idea that this was going to happen?
All his old teammates.
The first thing I said was, I was like, yo, should we edit it a little bit? It was like, well, I say, because it's about to be some smoke in the city. And the first thing the producer said was like, hey, we'll see what happens. And so with that being said,
He knew it was good content.
he was like, yo, it's good content.
It is.
But I'm looking at it like me and Zebo looking at it, we like, bro, you don't want to use this platform to try to squash something and y'all, you know, have a kumbaya and come together.
Right.
He was like, I don't know them. Like, he was just in the, I'm like, wait. Are you serious you don't know them? Like, no, dog, I don't know them. And so the way he kept it is like they just got some internal.
Why was he acting like that, do you think?
funk. I don't know. He didn't really get to the point. His whole thing was.
What do you think happened that made him like?
He said they turned his back on him. He said he was trying to fight for a cause that they pretty much understood at the time. But when it was time for him to shoot off and tell them about what they doing as a university and how he feeling as a person and a basketball student athlete, he said they didn't back him, but they knew. And so the reason why they acting funny now, I just think that got them with that little friction they got going, you know. So I don't know, man. Rashad McCants, he been cool with, you know, me and Bo. You know, obviously he gave us our flowers and, you know.
Is he like that off the air?
Man, I just know he.
I'm saying, is he one of those guys
is he like turned
right?
up
Like,
like
dude,
he is?
this is the thing. Like, and you know, you and I are cut from the same cloth, right? Like, I always try to tell people, if you meet me at the out and about or whatever, like, I'm the same person that you hear on the air, right? There's a lot of people. Lights come on if they're a character. Right? They're a character.
I ain't gonna say he's a character.
You don't think so?
I ain't gonna say he's a character.
You think that's like, that's what he's like when the lights went off?
He coming extra. He extra all day.
That's not
all day
for the show.
It's not for the show. yo.
He on one all the time.
He on one, bro.
He's really that crazy.
I wouldn't call him
yes,
crazy.
He is. He's
just
crazy.
Teed up. There's some people he just be teed up.
You could at least know you in for a show when he coming around.
Yeah, I mean,
but you also think in some cases that's like, there's no way the guy is this goofy saying some of this stuff.
Some of that stuff, bro.
Right, but like
we all got a homie like that.
No, some of that stuff, bro, is just
like the clip that you guys put out about the Kobe 81. It's like
the Kobe. Even you was like, all right,
Nah,
wrap
that's
up the
too
show. You was like, yo, wrap up the show.
That's too
We
far.
going, we leaving now.
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't like the guy or that he's not. But I am fascinated by whether or not that is a put on, like a character that he is playing, because he knows this is. If you want people to talk about you, say wild stuff, and he's constantly saying just wild stuff. You remember that old like the clip, their very famous clip with him and Gilbert Arenas and Kenya Martin, where he's talking about his like this team he played for in like Russia or Europe or wherever
could
compete with the Nuggets, and Gilbert's like, you could beat by 200.
And that's the thing.
It's like, but does he really really believes that crap?
Sometimes your belief got to be bigger than the actual reality.
Yeah.
My question to you is,
so that's how you carry it.
But my question to you is, do you think he really believes that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
put him in a situation, and he feel like I'm gonna come out on top.
Yeah, like I said,
that's how he feel.
everybody got a homeboy like that. Just be on some different planet, like just be on some different stuff. He just on some different.
Yeah,
stuff.
but they did not take it like, hey, he's just on some different stuff.
No, I'm
Raymond
saying,
Felton wants to shoot him.
Hey, you're gonna have to catch him.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if Rashad McCants, if you run, he can't catch you.
Like he's a F boy pull up. I'm like, oh God. Yeah. Like where we got some North Carolina.
Yeah,
Reels. He's like, I want all the smoke. I'm like, oh shit. Don't cause a problem now, Tony. With this, explain to these guys it's a podcast.
It's a podcast. That's what I'm saying. We don't want no podcast people. What I'm trying to tell you is, they got something going on beforehand.
Yeah,
you can tell.
I'm talking about it ain't nothing me and Bo could have did.
No, Felton.
Because Bo said, bro, do y'all want to, man, what we got to do to squash this beef with you and Ray Felton and them?
Yeah.
And Ray Felton
you can
was
tell
like,
that's some deep-rooted stuff.
Also, Ray Felton said, I've turned down interviews to talk about this. I've let it go and just ignored it for the greater good. But now I have to say something. I'm sick of this.
It's it's part of the Roy Williams thing, what he said about Roy Williams.
Yes.
And they like Roy
They
Williams,
all love Roy Williams.
One of the ones that Roy Williams always fought for them.
They also won a national title.
Yeah.
Imagine if Tony, look, I'll tell you this. Let one of your players, hey, you know what it would be like? Give me a player on your team.
Joey Graham.
Not even Lucas, because you guys are so
Stevie
close.
Graham?
Maybe Stevie Graham. Stevie Graham started doing a podcast tour talking about what a sack of crap Coach Sutton was.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Bro, you guys would be ready to kill him. You would. You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Because McCants was like calling like North Carolina a plantation where Williams was the coach and all this.
Right.
It was like all slay. Like, and Raymond Felton's like, wait, what? We was straight.
If one of your college
messed up my career.
If one of your college teammates was constantly putting smut on Eddie Sutton's name, you would go bananas.
Yeah, I would. I can't.
You would.
I would.
You would.
But you also got to listen to both sides. So I think where Rashad McCants is coming off it is like, yo, we making this school all this money. And
but the thing is,
by me going off and bringing this to light, I think I should be getting praise for this. because now we got NILs. Now we got all this going on at the collegiate level now, when back in the day, I'm feeling like they still owe me something because my number, my jersey was selling out while I was here. They gave me $2,500 for a Pell Grant. He's like, that was gone in like 2 weeks. So he was like, wait a minute, all this money going over my head, and then they want me to just sit here and shut up and all that. He had some points he was making, and I'm not saying I'm agreeing with him or anything, but I respect his honesty.
But you also have to accept none of his teammates like him.
And that's the that's the thing.
There's nobody else standing with him.
I don't know what the actual issue is.
So I just did some digging a little bit, and I found some stuff of McCants. Why I felt didn't really speak on it because as you can tell, he wanted to put hands on him. This Coach Williams walked to the green room at the 2005 NBA draft. It's me, Sean May, Raymond Felton, and Marvin Williams. All of us are there. He sat next to everybody's table but mine. He said, we spoke to Raymond. What did Steven do? He's a slave. I'm the Django. Man, Raymond Felton's a slave to this stuff. I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He called So, like, that's what Raymond's like, yo, I don't want to talk about this.
Right. That is what it's about. He said that in the interview, too.
See, that's
go check out the Rashad McCants interview.
Hey, I'm going to give you this. Good content.
Good content.
He is good content. That's why Arenas has got him on.
Yeah, Raymond Felton wanted to crash
He's
out
interesting.
On him, He's like,
you might think he's nutty, but he's interesting.
Roy didn't say nothing to him while he was in the green room.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he didn't say nothing. He said he went to everybody's table except mine. And he called all of them. He said, y'all some slaves to this. Why he over there with y'all kind of thing. Yeah, you know.
So it's deep. It goes back a long way.
It goes back a long way.
Goes back a long way.
Past some,
out of my control.
Out the mud. Out the mud podcast.
You just the podcast host here. You just have the content.
But I ain't gonna lie, it was funny, man. Listening to them say all that shit because I'm looking at them like, bro, you really shitting on these people and you won a championship with these people?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't
That's how it is.
Especially as somebody who is so close to your college friends. It's weird.
Did you know?
It's kind of sad, honestly.
Yes.
It's sad.
Did you know?
I mean, hell, even KG and Ray Allen had a kumbaya.
Yeah.
So anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Shout out KG, man. Shout out KG.
Anything is possible.
Before you leave, I gotta play. I found the video of your sons doing the thing.
Oh, did you send it to him?
Jalen
All right, good.
Downstairs. I got both of them. Play the first one first of Jaren doing a little dance and. They were doing it. Look at him. Look at him.
Hey! Hey!
This is when he grabbed Jaw's hair and he was like not letting him go. He's like, where you going, bro? Come back. I think he probably asked him for a jersey or something.
I don't know what he asked him for, but he made me buy that jersey before we walked in the arena.
I noticed that other little punk kid of yours ain't there.
No, he was right there. He was right there.
He was messing with me.
He wasn't wearing no SGA stuff, was he?
He said he wore some SGA shorts to school that day.
He was talking real reckless to me. Tony sent me this. Tony sent me a picture. Andre put on his SGA shorts after they beat us.
Yeah.
I said, you tell him I'm going to choke him out when I see him.
said
I'm tired of this little kid.
Told me he wore
He's the biggest hater.
He told me he wore them to school. He told me he was like, bro, I wore them shorts to school today.
I told him, when did I text you? I said, you tell him I didn't rep your dad for 10 years for this shit.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Nah. He was like, I wore my SGA shorts to school today.
I'm so tired of this.
Like, yo, the killer part.
Tired of these SGA shorts.
The killer part about all this is he end up getting his picture.
With SGA?
With SGA.
Did he really?
Was he happy about it? Let me see it.
Gross.
Wait, by the way, I got to ask you about the, because you went on mixtape mode, TA. I saw you post your son mixtape on Instagram.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see this?
Oh, yeah.
Your son's got a mixtape?
Yeah, he was getting to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fresh went crazy this weekend.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, I ain't getting to it. Like, who told him how to dribble like that?
I ain't taught him nothing.
Oh, yeah, the basketball one. I
highlights.
thought you were talking about he was rapping. I was like, oh, my God.
No, not a rap.
He ended up getting his picture with Shay that
Oh, this is gross.
This is gross.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, bro. Who taught him how to?
I'm glad SGA's eyes are closed for that picture. That's crazy.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you get out of here, Tony. Out the Mud podcast. Oh, what do you guys got this week?
I think this is a bad week.
What do you mean a bad week?
A bye week.
Oh, I thought you said a bad week.
No, it's a bye week. We gonna chill and we going to Dallas to interview Monte Ellis.
Oh!
Shout out Monte Ellis.
Monte Ellis.
Mississippi legend. One of the coldest that ever do it.
I don't think I've ever heard an interview with Monte Ellis.
He haven't.
Huh?
He haven't got on there.
I don't think I have. What is he doing now?
We about to find out. We about to find out.
He's living in Dallas.
Yeah, be in Dallas. We trying to get him and Jermaine O'Neal.
But that's big time. Because Monte one of the coldest high school players ever, bro. Yeah. Ever.
Also lived in Memphis.
Lived in Memphis. I used to see him at Kroger all the time. I was in high school.
Yeah, he was around here a lot. But he married a girl from here.
That's always, that always happens. So Anthony Edwards did the same thing.
Anthony Edwards didn't marry anybody.
My
brother.
bad. Had a baby. Yeah.
What?
My bad. Had a baby with her. My bad.
That is a big difference.
Had
a baby
big
with her.
difference.
With like a Memphis girl and a Florida girl and a
lot of them.
It's always the Memphis chick.
I saw a chart the other day. It said when the babies were born. It was like 23, 23, 23, 24, 25. I was like, yeah.
Hey, and then he shouted out the baby. And then he shouted out the baby after the game too.
But we don't know which one.
He said, "Shout out to my daughter." Coming to watch me play.
All right. Hey, he's awesome at basketball. I'll give him that.
Hey,
we'll be back after this. Chris Vernon Show.
New issue of Slam, the cover dropped, and it is our friend Jaren Jackson Jr. on the cover.
And shout out to you, Lane.
Yeah.
You kept, well, I mean, we knew about it, but you kept this a secret the whole time. So shout out to you for
I wrote
putting
this
this
story.
together.
We did the photo shoot a couple weeks ago here on a Sunday afternoon in the practice court. The Sneak Fest show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz Beat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
All you American wrestling fans out there, watching this international road to WrestleMania should be a wake-up call. Turn up at these shows. Stop being so spoiled, because Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes,
I love it.
Cody Rhodes.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah.
I'm wagging my finger because you're telling those people that they need to do better.
Yeah. Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Bain drives.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jaren with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Morant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go! Let's go!
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick six on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like, if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage, total yards.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Yesterday,
was the talk of the town. It was a cow on the side of the road.
Do you live close to a movie theater? I'm just curious because maybe the cow was trying to go to the movies.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With special guests 3 doors down. And Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Creed returns, the Summer of '99 tour.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Thanks to Tony Allen, as always, for joining us for Tuesdays with Tony. We have 4 games going on tonight, boys. We got Indiana-Milwaukee, which now has just been engulfed by the Giannis talk, which is it's super sad. I feel bad for Bucks fans. I mean, I'm not going to feel too bad because they got a title out of the whole deal, but, like, now it's just going to be Giannis. Where is Giannis going? What's going to happen with Giannis? Because in fairness, when you look at the situation, now he may just decide, hey, I love being here. I want to see it through. I don't care if I could compete for a championship or not. But there's a reality that you're not going to be able to compete for a championship, right? Yeah. With the amount of money that is left on the books for Damian Lillard, Brooks 37, Lillard's 34. They don't have any young up-and-coming players. They don't have any cap space. They don't really have draft capital. It's like there is no way out of it. They don't have cap room. Like, there is no way out of it. And so it's going to be fascinating to see. And it'll also be fascinating to see if they can, like, stave off elimination by winning another game. But I think, you know, you feel like the die has been cast. They had that massive Gary Trent Jr. game. But, like, how much are you going to be counting on that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that Indiana team they're fun and they're good. Like, they're the one that, like, everybody's playing these 102 to 101 games, these 97, 93 games. Those jokers are still trying to score 120 every night.
Yeah, they are, their last 52 games, they are 37-15.
Unbelievable.
Like, they're legit.
You guys, so they're going to try to, you got all these, we got 3-3-1s tonight. So Indiana, Milwaukee, and Indiana is getting a chance to close it out at their home place. You've got New York and Detroit, which I do feel bad for Pistons fans, obviously, with the way it ended in the last game. But beyond that, bro, if they lose this, they didn't get to see a playoff win.
They haven't had
a home. They haven't seen one in, 20 years?
Yeah, they haven't had a home playoff win, and it's been a long time.
So the last 9 playoff home games they've lost.
And now you're like, again, I mean, I think there's a real onus if you're New York to end this thing.
Yes.
Right? You don't want to be going back there. And the same thing goes with Boston against Orlando, right? It's like, okay, they got their one win. Now let's end this thing so that we can get the rest, because they need the rest, right? Tatum was banged up. Drew Holiday's been out. Like, they got
Jaylen Brown got a flicked finger.
Jaylen Brown's gotten banged up, and then we got to wait till the big one, which is the highest stakes one, which is Denver and the Clippers, and that is tonight at 9:00. And so that one is the one. I guess Detroit would have the best chance of the 3,
Yeah.
Like if you told me Detroit won tonight and then got a game 6 on their home floor that they were like, you know what I mean? If any of the 3 that are being played tonight, Orlando, Boston ain't going to 7, and maybe I could give it to Milwaukee just because, you know, they still got Giannis.
Giannis scores 80.
Right. It could happen, right? I don't know which of those. If I told you one of them is we're for sure getting a game 6 in one of the 3 ones.
Pistons, Knicks.
Yeah, I think so too, right?
Pistons,
because it's just been so hard fought.
Yeah, Giannis and them, they down bad.
And they don't have enough.
Yeah, don't have
Doesn't
enough.
feel like.
Magic got their home run.
Indiana, sneaky good environment too.
Pistons would be,
you know,
Pistons would be
there, bro. Big Hoosiers energy.
Pistons would be 1, Magic 2, Bucks 3.
Oh, you think? Oh, well, just because of the injuries with Boston. And it's also just been gutter wars.
They literally, like, the Orlando could hurt another Celtics player in the first minute of the game tonight. Like,
they've been doing it, bro, the whole game.
like, they could just hurt someone. Like, it's all,
Denver Clips. I think the Clippers are going to win. And then close it out in 6, but I don't feel amazing about it. Who is favored?
Clippers are 1.5.
I think that's right. I think they should be.
Yeah, I'm going to go Clippers, too. I just think that the Clippers team is good, bro.
I do, too. A couple other news and notes that we need to get to. The Kings, they are hiring Doug Christie as their head coach. They got way bigger problems than whatever is going to be going on the sidelines.
Yeah, that roster is good mid.
Well, and then try to figure out what are we doing with the whole Sabonis and Levine and DeRozan. I mean,
they should trade.
I mean, you can't go for they went from light the beam 2 years ago to this.
They should trade Sabonis.
Watch out!
Zoom out on you.
Hey, they're just having fun with the cameras today.
They should trade Sabonis to the Bulls for Vucevic.
Oh God!
And they we're totally going to run that back. All of it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good 87.
The 49ers signed a 4-year extension to the overrated George Kittle.
Oh, come on!
What?
Not the overrated.
I mean, look, if you can spend an absolute fortune on a tight end that had 10 less catches than Jonnu Smith on a 6-win team, you got to do it.
That's tough.
How many yards Jonnu Smith had last year?
I don't care.
How many touchdowns?
I don't know. It's Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
Hey, I don't know.
Can Jonnu Smith make a block and get off the line?
I don't know.
Can't do it.
I don't know. How many wins did his team have? 6 or more?
I don't know what he plays for.
He plays for the Dolphins.
Is he a Titan?
He's a Dolphin.
They did beat us. The Dolphins did beat us. Yeah, they did beat us.
Because of Jonnu Smith?
He did have 88 catches for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns.
He had more catches. He had fewer yards. How many touchdowns?
8 touchdowns.
That's how many Kittle had. Kittle had 8 touchdowns too.
I mean, against the 49ers, he had 6 catches for 62 yards, 10.3 yards per catch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
everybody cooked our defense.
Kittle's one of your absolute favorite 49ers ever, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
George Kittle.
look, you just want. I'm with.
Yeah, he's going to be there over 10 years now. That's awesome.
You want him to keep your guy.
Yeah. Fred Warner, you're next. Sign it.
Oh, you want
Let's
to sign
get it
Fred
done.
Warner too?
Yeah.
Okay, and then one last thing that we need to touch on before we get out of here. The NBA discussing international format for All-Star game. I mean, I just can't take this anymore. Why is the All-Star game always...
Bro, it's freaking April, bro.
Well, you know, it's going to be it's going to be NBC next year. In the middle of the Winter Olympics. So now what they're saying is, given the strong interest we've seen in international basketball competitions, most recently with the last Summer Olympics in Paris, we're discussing concepts with the Players Association that focus on NBA players representing their countries or regions instead of a more traditional format that we've used in the past. Which, I mean, so NBC's all into it, and like they're just discussing it. I don't know how you do that, right? Unless you do a Team World versus Team USA.
Yeah, they would.
But again, is there enough Team Worlds to fill out what would be your? I don't know.
Because would you count?
Yeah,
would you count
probably.
Canada?
Huh?
If you count Canada, yeah.
If you count Canada, you got plenty.
Yeah, you can do Canada between Canada, Serbia.
I mean, yeah, you got.
Yeah, you got enough.
By the way, do you know where the All-Star game is next year?
It is in Los Angeles.
The Intuit Dome.
It is.
Yeah, you got.
And it's going to be in the middle of the Winter Olympics, they say. Huh?
Then Cat could be like towns can be the Dominican Republic. You got Giannis.
You got Yoke. You got Luka. You got SGA, bro. You got enough
Porzingis,
dudes.
SGA.
You got enough dudes, man.
You got a lot of dudes.
You got a lot of dudes.
Antetokounmpo, Wembanyama, Jokic, Gilgeous-Alexander, Siakam, and Şengün were all-stars last year. Luka Doncic is almost always an all-star. Karl Towns plays internationally for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, let me ask you. Let's just say he randomly was able to stay healthy. I doubt it will because he's having surgery. But Joel Embiid played for Team USA.
Oh, you say you done with us, bro.
Would he play for international in the All-Star, or would he be
Bro,
part
he doesn't All-Star. He doesn't even play for the Sixers.
I know. That's why I said let's just say if it is possible.
Hey, first
why don't we just debate where Yao Ming's playing too?
Wemby, they got Wemby.
They don't have enough.
They got Lauri Markkanen.
That's not an all-star.
He was an all-star.
Not last year.
At one
Not
point,
last year.
So
but
we're just going to make guys all-stars
but
because
he could be next year.
Josh Giddey, we're going to make him an all-star too?
Yeah,
I mean,
bro,
if he has that awesome season again, he might be.
Huh? Franz Wagner?
Yeah, Franz.
Franz.
Vog.
You know what I meant.
Vog.
I see the letter, bro.
Franz Wagner.
I say it how it's spelled, goddarn it.
Franz
Learn the language.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah, Gobbert.
Franz Wagner.
That's the way it's spelled.
I wish he'd hit a 3, that Franz Wagner. I had him over 14 and a half points.
Is Pod Dogger? Is he from America?
Pod Dogger is American, bro.
Podziemski went hard last night, bro. He was
awesome.
banging shots.
I got some news for you. I don't know if you saw this.
With the Amazon coverage?
Nah, about North Carolina's worried about old girl.
Oh, yeah. They are.
UNC personnel is worried that Jordan Hudson's influence on Bill Belichick could become a problem.
God.
Per TMZ Sports.
Oh, God.
Belichick and Hudson's recent appearance on CBS Morning's interview
so weird.
is not sitting well with North Carolina.
He's 50 years older than us.
What do you think they're talking about?
I don't know.
Remember when I watched cartoons in black and white?
It's just odd. That whole interview was weird.
Weird, bro.
No, and they say it was going on the whole time.
Just weird stuff?
Yeah, that she was like interrupting it the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's the only one they put in the clip. But also, I will say this. Also, she's there, and he's not with anybody else. Like, nobody, they say nobody from North Carolina was there. There's no PR person. There's no nothing. It's just her that's there. And then the other thing they say is that, from what I gathered, like, I guess the reason he was wearing that sweatshirt, whatever.
The Navy joint?
It was supposed to be about his book about the Navy and his dad and all this stuff. And so on that level, I can understand, right? If you get into an interview like that, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, what about this 20-something-year-old you're going out with? It's like, what? I thought you were being interviewed about my book, about the Navy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say.
Yeah.
So on one level, I understand somebody being frustrated, but it obviously looks terrible when it's your 20-something-year-old girlfriend, you're a 70-something-year-old man.
And she's like basically like controlling, like you can see like
no,
she's
the TMZ
on the field.
Dude,
like,
the TMZ report yesterday said at one point she got up and walked out and expected him to follow her.
Yeah, he definitely met her on one of them apps.
Well, she shut that one down.
Yeah, you
didn't see that?
She shut
how
that down?
they met.
He said, "How did you guys meet? People are always so interested in your relationship. How did you guys meet?" She goes, "We're not talking about that."
Yeah, on their interview, yeah.
And I was like, "Damn, dog."
Yeah.
How did they meet?
Bill could say that. Like Bill
How did they meet? What was she?
Let's find out.
She's like super.
No, what was she? I don't know. I mean, like,
hold on, bro. I got
was she a model?
I think she is. She gives me model vibes.
Was she?
She was a cheerleader. Let me see. Oh, I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Somebody's already wrote a story about this. Thank God. She went to cosmetology school. Oh, that was tough. She's a Maine native, a fisherman's daughter. She was a former collegiate cheerleader at Bridgewater State University.
Okay, but what was she doing when they met?
OnlyFans, bro.
Oh, you think he was a
She went to
subscriber?
she went to cosmetology school.
Okay,
I just said that, bro.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Somebody said they shared that they met on the plane, but I call cap.
Was she famous?
I don't think she was famous.
Oh.
Don't believe it. Don't believe everything everybody tell y'all. We met on the
She
plane.
was not. I don't know. I didn't know if she was like a model or she had some level of fame. Like, you know, because they could have met at like a charity event or a gala or any. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, again,
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I'm saying if she was famous, right? They could have been at like a You could be at a Kentucky Derby party and meet or whatever, but like the fact that she shut down how they met is bizarre.
By the way, that's this
what makes
weekend
it fishy
too.
to me.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to go through the horses.
Yeah.
And decide who I like.
Is this coming up?
Yeah,
It's this weekend.
For
Saturday,
real?
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. Saturday's the Kentucky Derby.
It's gonna be lit this weekend. I'm going to Nashville.
For what?
I'm going to Nashville. Vibes.
Oh, you're just going for vibes?
Vibes.
Is it, there's not like something going
There's
on? No
nothing
event going on?
There's just vibes.
Oh.
You know, vibes. So you gotta do something, bro.
Okay.
The season's over with. Ain't got no basketball to watch. I mean, on TV.
Amazon added Steve Nash.
Oh.
Yeah, him
Mom
and
must have helped him
Dirk
get that
and
job.
Blake Griffin and Taylor Rooks.
I bet that's going to be great.
I bet so too.
Blake Griffin's funny, and Dirk is likable as it gets. And Rooks is great.
Yeah.
She'll be a good point man for that thing. Point woman for that thing. She will. She'll be good. What am I supposed to?
How is this funny how you corrected yourself? Point woman.
You never know nowadays.
You never
PC
know.
Verno. 2025.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what I meant. All right. We're done.
All right.
Get me out of here.
My eyes hurting.
Why? Your mustache like TA?
I rubbed my hair too long.
Oh no. That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Tony Allen. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back at the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we go on.